Hello and welcome into another video. And
Blah, blah, blah,
yes,
blah.
I'm talking about DSs, so I kind of have to bring up brain training. And this is something I've wanted to get back into for a long time because I actually noticed the benefits back in the day of playing the original brain training. And I played them, absolutely loved them. They really, really did help. But like a lot of things, you just get sick of it. And you get sick of doing the same thing over and over again. And it doesn't matter that you know it's good for you. It's the same as a lot of things in life. You truly do have to stick with it. And then there's the fact that obviously your systems go and come and like that. So with brain training, I never
Tell
actually
me, which
tried
one do
the
you
3DS one, which this one is specifically called Devilish Brain Training. Can you focus, if memory serves? And I never played this one, but I bought the one on the Switch, and I also never played that. And I've just realised that this video is, when it's turned the footage here, I wasn't expecting this, so I either need to leave this entire video sideways or find some way to fix that, and I don't think I can fix it right here. So this might be one where I'm actually re-recording new footage over it. Yep, I think that's what I'll go for. So I never played the Switch version because being able to hold a Switch in the ways that you have to hold the Switch and not have a stylus. I mean, I bought one, but obviously Switch styluses are not considered good at all. You know, I genuinely just never got about to playing it. So when I'm getting the 3DS back, I'm like, I am struggling so badly with focus, and part of it is pain, part of it's marijuana, part of it's the ADHD, part of it's a lot of things. But I've noticed it's happening more and more with my videos, and I struggle to speak, and I lose focus all the time, as you who are watching, and there are actually some people who do watch these, all it seems, you who are watching will know sometimes that the ADHD kicks in and I just go on a full tangent, and by the time I've regained focus, sometimes I forgot what I was going to say, sometimes I just never get around to saying it, sometimes I have to edit this extra video footage, sometimes I think I've remembered and then it turns out the day later I actually hadn't, or something. Like, it completely derails the video. So I built this one up and didn't even notice that it was actually called Can You Focus? And the Kawashima intro is discussing all the things that happen with modern day life, and it's like, well, yep, none of this is stuff that you're teaching me. This is stuff I all know about, how mobile phones and constant data information and everything has destroyed focus as well. It definitely makes it harder for people who have ADHD. It's like, I'm already fried, like, naturally, so having all of this stuff frying me even more doesn't make it any easier. So I'm watching it and I'm like, I've wanted to get back into this for a while. I know I have. And this is kind of saying all the right things. But can it truly be something that's actually useful? I'm noticing already it's kind of really useful, and I do need to keep up with it, and I don't know if this is going to be the sort of thing that I'll keep up with for lifetime. I might have to find a way to do that, because at the end of the day, I do a lot of exercise in my life with a lot of things, a lot of like trauma therapy things where you're trying to like exposure therapy is essentially exercising, if you think about it from a mental standpoint. I do a lot of physical stuff, but my mental acuity tends to be just by daily life, by reading, by playing games, by doing anything this, that, and the other. And yes, I truly am saying playing games is some of it. And that's because, how many of you played Super Mario Bros. 3 who are watching this right now? And how many of you absolutely love that card game? The card game is one of the ways to train your brain in this game. I put it on the very first time, and I'm like, okay, this is just the Mario Bros. 3 card game. And I've known but not known. It's one of those things where you really don't think about it until suddenly you think about it, and then it all clicks into place. Yeah, of course this is a game that's testing your memory. Of course this is something that's training it. Of course this would be in here. It makes sense. But I was really good at the Mario Bros. 3 card game to the point of I can clear them all in one go. Like, every single variant, and part of that is because there aren't that many layouts. So once you remember all the layouts, like there's telltale signs, it's like, oh, I found where the stars are, yep, that means I know I'm on this layout, boop, 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 and just do it all. That's a game where I trained my memory. So Kawashima is firing these memory cards at me, and it's like, are you randomly pressing these? Are you cheating? Like, I don't understand this. And I was like, no, I've just spent decades upon decades playing fucking Mario Brothers 3. I did eventually get to the point where there was a layout that threw me up, and hilariously, it was the one that was most reminiscent of the Super Mario Brothers 3 card game, because my brain is so used to, oh yeah, I'm used to this layout, and now it's numbers. Suddenly, that was the one that was tripping me up. But I noticed if I just took my time, instead of trying to speedrun it, because this is the other thing, it starts you with level 2, cleared it in, it said 8 seconds, but I cleared the last thing on the 7 into the 8 second thing, so it was just under 8 seconds. It'll have been like 7.5, 7.95 or something. I cleared the first stage in just under 8 seconds. And then I cleared the next one in about 8 seconds, and then the next one, and the next one. I was speedrunning these. It's like, it's no wonder Kawashima was actually angry and saying, like, am I cheating? No, it's just that I've spent decades playing Mario Brothers. And I can't tell you that, because, like, you're a computer thing. But, yeah. So it's now got me thinking, just how many other games out there? Because everyone always knows, like, every gamer actually does know that these things are beneficial. There's so many people who seem to think that playing games is a waste of your time. And it's like, well, no, it really is teaching us problem solving, and it teaches us how to socialize, and it gives you a lot more things that TV, quite simply, fucking does not. And it's always been confusing to me, much like how this is confusing. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing in this bomb game at this moment in time. I've got blocks that just literally won't disintegrate. This is not even the brain training mode. This is the give your brain a relaxation puzzle game type thing, and it's apparently stumping me. But I am dealing with a large migraine at this moment in time, and this is the other thing. And I know this is now a tangent, but again, I'm technically only 1 day in. I'm 2 days in according to the game's system, because I started at midnight, so it was one of those that it thinks that I've played more days than I actually have. You know, this is still my first year. But yeah, you'll hopefully notice a benefit in my videos. I will hopefully tangent less, but for now, I am tangenting, and I am losing my train of thought. But yeah, we all know games are problem-solving things. We all know all the ways that they teach you, that binge-watching TV definitely doesn't. I adore reading books, and reading books has been synonymous for years. I think synonymous is the correct word. For one of the best ways to educate yourself, one of the best ways to grow your mind. It doesn't really matter what your reading is, like, be it trashy or something actually intellectual or considered intellectual. Personally, I think you can learn things in non-academic ways, you know, and this is what I mean. My vocabulary and everything is absolutely fucking terrible, but all of these things that people shit on, like with gaming, saying that we're not doing anything, I think it's a lot more beneficial than even reading can be, to be honest. And I know that might be a spicy take, but this is something from someone who truly does adore reading and truly does love games, and there's so many things that and it's not that it's like one's better than the other, it's just that they teach you different things in totally different ways. And I think the things that video games teaches you, specifically the benefits that you get from the socialization, from the problem solving, like, there's stories, and I don't want to like talk about really horrid stuff in the world here, but there are stories of people who were in crisis situations, shall we say, where there were people trying to like cause harm to others, and you instantly had people working together as a team, and everyone would, when they were interviewed, was like, well, how did you actually come together that fast? How did you? And it's like, actually, I get this from playing this, and yeah, like, we'd actually just been talking. We hadn't even met before here, but we'd been talking about what games we played. Like, so you leap into the gamer mindset of, okay, so I know you are the one who goes and takes down the perp, you are the one who disarms. Like, there's just weird problem solving like that. And that is obviously an extreme example for an extreme case or anything. But that's what I mean. There's different things. There's YouTube at the end of the day. YouTube is one of the best fucking tools for learning. Not my videos, fuck no. But one of the best tools for learning things. Because there's people out there who teach you bushcraft. Why do I keep saying words that I can't say? Like, why? This is a sign of my actual lack of intelligence. If I was truly smart, I'd be able to figure out, don't say this word, because you're tongue-tied, you will struggle with it. There are bushcraft survival videos that are out there that teach you how to set fires in survival situations, how to survive when you can't start a fire, when you're in Arctic situations. Like, there's so many avenues of learning out there. And obviously there's television shows that do that as well. But for the most part, if you're sitting binge watching TV, you're getting way less of a benefit than if you're playing a video game, for example, or reading a book. And it does genuinely make me wonder just how many things I take for granted in games that I'll suddenly sit there thinking, oh my god, that's actually been training me how to do this all these years, that's training me how to do that all these years, you know? And yeah, at the very least, that gives me some hope that even if I can't find a way to keep brain training in a part of my daily life, which it won't. I know fine well it's my daily life for now, and I'll get a huge benefit, and then, much like everything else, I'll stop finding the time to be able to do it in a day, because at the end of the day, there is only a certain amount of hours, and that's part of it as well, when you realise, do I really want to be doing 30 minutes of this over and over and over again, when I've already got, like, what in gamer terms would be the max rank. Like, on Brain Age, it was like, I've got the youngest Brain Age. Like, that whole thing always felt silly to me that they had to do that. But I understand why they had to do that, because if they didn't, then people would stop playing anyway. But like, once you hit all of that, once you're doing it all, the problem with why I dropped it, I wish these games could evolve, and I wish they could make a brain training like this where it really would last you years, because as soon as you're no longer being challenged, my ADHD brain especially goes, bored now. And that's what it was. So maybe I just need to get to a point where I hit the max, like whatever it is, like whatever the youngest age is, whatever the like. I know this one's actually grading as well. Like, it's giving me a grade, so I've just went from F to E. Whatever I get at the end of all of this, maybe I just need to make it a point of do it until you get sick of it, and then promise yourself every year you'll pick it up for a week. And if in that week, after you've picked it up, you haven't been able to get back to the whatever the youngest brain thing is, you keep playing until you hit that. Like, maybe I keep doing it as a maintenance thing. Maybe this doesn't need to be a daily exercise for me, because at the end of the day, my physical exercise isn't daily. A lot of things aren't daily. There's a lot of things in my life that are daily, but there's a lot of things that aren't. And maybe this just needs to be get the huge benefit from it now. Do it while, and I've remembered my tangent from earlier, do it specifically while you're in pain and while you're baked for that pain, because it's not that I struggle with a lot of these things daily. I mean, I do anyway, again, with the whole ADHD, and you've seen it in this fucking video, but especially when I'm in pain, and especially when I'm high on marijuana for that pain, my brain just goes to shit. So I genuinely have wondered, can I do this when I'm going through that? Will I see a bigger benefit? And I won't always be in this level of pain while I'm doing it, but that's also great, because that then, if I play it and I manage to do this, and it's like the pairs game that I'm just on, actually the mice, I'll say the mice game, 3 mouse, which it's mice and it knows it's mice, but how it names the game, I actually think it works. I'm at the moment on 3 mouse. I got up to fast 3 mouse, and I was 1 off every time. I was 1 block off every time from keeping up with it, and that's while I'm in so much pain and baked on marijuana. If I play that game tomorrow and I blast past it when I'm not in pain, you know, then that's going to prove that this is, like, at least to me, that I'm getting some benefit, that it's allowing my brain, and there is a reason to do it while I'm in pain, and there's a reason to do it while I'm not in pain. So yeah, if I just make this part of my yearly routine, this one might be a yearly routine thing, as long as my DS doesn't crap out. If I pick up brain training, and maybe I do need to try the fucking Twitch one, but if I pick up brain training and just dust my brain off essentially every few months, I really am already seeing a benefit after only 1 fucking day. And I know this is one of those false positive things. Like, it tells you all over the place for fucking brain training, you don't see a huge benefit over 1 day. But playing the games back to back, I noticed a huge benefit. And it does ask you, are you seeing progress? And it's like, well, yes, I've went up every single game. I've went up to what my peak is. Now, with some of the games, I hit my peak and then dropped down a level, but I still hit my peak. I still hit a new high. So, of course, I've, like, gained progress. And with that, oh, sorry, I just realized I actually wasn't even playing the game anymore. I was letting it run out to see what happened while I'm talking, and then Dr. Kawashima just actually said, I hope that chilled you out or something, and yes, doing this video did actually chill me out. And yeah, if I didn't get around to doing new footage, I apologise. I don't know if I can do something that might be better than this. I can try to, I can change what screen it focuses on, but I don't know if it'll let me... actually, I think OBS would do it, but I'd have to change it to 1, and then I'd have to try to rotate it by 90 degrees then. I'll be honest, the PN I'm in today, recording this, you might just be getting it like that. I apologise. But either way, I think I am done, and that's what I was trying to build towards the end of the video. I was trying to say I am done, and then Dr. Kawashima spoke. I am done. I hope you have a great rest of your day, as I always say, because I do mean it. Like, at the end of the day, if you're watching this, if you're the kind of person who my new audience I'm envisioning, and obviously you're going to be totally different to what I'm envisioning. I know that as well. Like, I have no expectations here. I'm just trying to create a space where I'm talking about a lot of mental health things, and the fact that I am fried at everything all the time and in pain and I'm chronically ill, I'm trying to talk about these things, and this is one of those videos where I am genuinely trying to make my brain better, trying to help my brain out, because I want to also have that benefit if I go on less tangents, or even if I go on the same tangents, but I don't lose the ability to remember what I was trying to say. You know, this video, I actually did manage to remember exactly what I wanted to say. It took me a long time, but it eventually came back, you know. But yeah, until next time, I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day, because if you are the kind of person who I envision as watching this, you deserve it. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I figured I might as well finish the thought. Until next time, I've been Sky Fellowship. Bye.